Cinema.
Welcome back to Warp Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Par the Collector. What's up, everybody? America, fuck yeah.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And I originally was going to do Orgasmo, but I
Wish
initially...
you fucking would have.
I changed it because neither of us watched Team America when it came out. And I thought it would be a fun little experiment to talk about Team America. It came out in 2004, so almost 20 years later.
I'm ashamed that my fucking 15-year-old self was smarter than the 34-year-old self and didn't watch this fucking movie, because this movie, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, there was stupid shit I laughed at, but like... It's not a good movie by any fucking means.
So I was thinking about it. I was like, why did I not watch Team America? And then it dawned on me.
It's fucking puppets, bro.
Exactly. Once upon a time, I had a fear of puppets. I would stay the night at a friend's house, and they had a guest bedroom. And the only thing that was in it was a double, a fucking bunk bed. And then puppets. Yes, some of them were marionettes, some of them were dolls. It was completely full.
Some Dead Silence vibes.
And I would have to go to sleep in that room.
Oof.
And it terrified me.
I'd have put them bitches in the closet.
There was not enough closet to fit them in.
Damn.
It was like wall to wall of dolls. It scared the shit out of me. I don't like it. And it formed this weird fear of puppets. And it's not when they're like being used, it doesn't bother me, but when there's like a marionette just sitting there not being used, I feel like there's
slightly
something
moving in the fucking wind.
Right.
Yeah,
it terrifies me. And I think that's the reason I stayed away from this movie, because it came out around the time that I was like, this was heightened. So I was like, nah, fuck everything about that. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad I took a back seat on this one, because I don't think I would have appreciated it as much as I did this time, this time in my life.
Yeah, because you're not scared of puppets now.
Right. But also, like, I'm mature in my comedy, like being able to digest it and everything like that. This movie was so fucking funny, Nick.
I mean,
I was giggling the whole time.
I mean, it had some funny shit in it.
I didn't stop giggling. Once it started, I couldn't stop.
So it was just...
The littlest shit would make me laugh.
So it was just terrible. But let's go over the how much did this cost? Because I thought about it. I was like, I have no idea how much this would cost. They blew up a lot of these fucking toys.
Well, there is a fun fact that the reason they did this and the studio greenlit it is because they didn't think it would be that hard. They didn't think it would be that hard to shoot a movie with puppets. They didn't think it would be that expensive.
Yeah, it definitely had to be.
Budget is $32 million.
Right.
But that's a farce.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that worked on this took a pay cut to work on this movie. So it's more like $40 million.
Really? Like,
in all reality. Wow. If they would have paid them what they were like, their working wage was, it would be about $40 million. Gross worldwide, $50 million. So it broke even.
That's why we've never gotten it.
But I know there was a lot of marketing. There was a lot of marketing.
I remember when it came out. It was like, from the creators of South Park.
The marketing was big. So I know they used a lot of money on that. So it didn't really do that well.
But,
so you didn't like it, really?
Nah, I mean... Like I said, I told myself, I was like, hey, you already know what you're in for. I was like, it's a fucking puppet movie. Yeah, it's going to have some funny shit in it, but you got to go in. You can't take it too serious, So I smoked one, sat down to watch it. And like I said, man, some of it I was laughing. Like, I love the fact that, like, everywhere they went, they fucking destroyed whatever city they were in.
Well, yeah, it was the satire of America.
Like, fucking... Paris, like, knocked over the Eiffel Tower into the fucking Louvre and shit.
Yeah, they're supposed to be killing people that have weapons of mass destruction, yet they use weapons of mass destruction to destroy whole cities. Like,
fuck yeah. Mark.
The funnest fact about this one was probably like, so the opening scene, right? The very first footage screened by Paramount executives was the poorly crafted puppet in front of the background of the badly drawn Eiffel Tower, prompting one executive in the audience to yell, "Oh God, they fucked us." This was a prank. This was a prank pulled by the directors.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I thought that was fucking hilarious. That opening scene didn't make sense to me.
Right.
And then when I like learned that fun fact, they did it on purpose to like fuck with them.
I thought that was probably the coolest part of the whole thing was just like how fucking expansive this little world was they made, you know, like.
Well, they hired the A+, you know.
Well, like I'm just
people
saying,
that
like
do this
the
kind of
attention
stuff.
to detail on like buildings and fucking everything like that, like, and it was funny just to like watch them try to move and like they would always linger. The camera would linger, like you just had to show them awkwardly walking out of somewhere, like.
You know, it took like 4 people per puppet because there were so many motions going on at one time.
Oh yeah, dude. But yeah, so like there was shit that was cool about it. Like I was like, man, they really did this. Like I can't think of another movie that was just like straight up fucking puppets. Like other than like Muppets and shit, but like
right, but marionettes, there's Pinocchio.
Right.
And it's like that's it.
Yeah. And like
and trust me when I say they regretted it as well. There is a reason this is the only movie done with marionettes because it was a nightmare.
Right. I would imagine the strings and shit getting caught. And
they hated working on this movie.
Yeah, I bet. They were like, bro, what the fuck did we get ourselves into?
Yeah, 100%. Yes. And after everything was said and done, they were in an interview and they're like, you cannot threaten my family and I would make another puppet movie.
Because I'm sure that like later on, like I know this movie has a cult following. Like a lot of people like this movie.
I think I'm one of them now because I
figured you
giggled so much at this movie.
That's just crazy, bro. The real live action fucking spoof of basketball. This is pretty much like basketball if with fucking puppets and not about basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's not about a sport, but like they take the same kind of humor and they just kind of use it on whatever they're doing. Whether
it's just
a
like
cartoon or a fucking movie or
right. It's little subtle things. So I told you I use subtitles now.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I could not stop giggling at is whenever somebody was speaking in another language.
Oh my God, gibberish.
It would say da-da-da gibberish. Yes. And I was fucking dying.
Dude, I love that. Was something that I kept finding funny was the fact that they made no attempt to learn any actual words like of these languages. Like the French kid fucking cracked me up the most. Jean-Francois.
Fun fact, in that Paris scene, the ground is like designed with croissants.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah, most people don't. It's little like things in there that people don't pay attention to, but they added in.
That's just fucking dumb shit, but like he did get a laugh out of me.
Real quick while I'm thinking about it. So I was thinking about their career. Remember in Liar Liar, whenever the lady finds out he can't tell a lie, pulls him into this conference, and she's like, tell him how you really feel. So he just like starts insulting them to their face and they all start laughing. That is their career.
Right.
That is this whole thing.
I always wondered, like, I wondered when I watched this movie, I was like, how many of these fucking celebrities fucking boycotted or like tried to sue them in petty court, you know, over this movie because of like
99% of them were really cool about it, except one person.
Who?
What's his name? I can't think of his name.
Like they even made a whole song about how bad Pearl Harbor sucked.
Right.
I was like, these guys do not fuck with Matt Damon or Ben Affleck. Like they don't fucking like either one of these guys.
You want to hear a fun fact about the Matt Damon doll?
Yeah, because Matt Damon is even in on it. He says people walk up to him and they quote that shit more than anything else to him. Matt Damon.
He said he didn't understand why they portrayed him that way. They said that they were actually going to portray him as like a well-spoken intellectual, but whenever they saw the doll, it looked like it had Down syndrome. So it was literally just because the doll looked like it was special needs.
They went so hard on the chin that the forehead was just like over protruding, you know?
And the fucking lips were just so obnoxious.
Tell me
you didn't laugh at that.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the better laughs, dude. Fucking King Jong-il, man, was the best part of that whole fucking movie.
The fact that he kept up the fucking
so fucking stereotypical, but it was hilarious.
I was dying. That shit was so funny.
Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit!
But yeah, apparently most of the actors were really cool about it. Like
cool.
Something
they didn't go as hard on.
Yeah.
How bad is that now? Alec Baldwin. Yeah.
He did say he wished he would have voiced himself. Like he would have loved to just do it himself.
Whoever did it did a pretty good job. I mean, it wasn't spot on, but it was
damn close.
It was good.
Yeah.
I heard Matt Stone's voice a lot. Like, obviously, he sang all the songs. And wait, there's that Trey Parker, the blonde.
Yeah,
he sung most of the songs.
Right.
And I could tell his voice because he does a lot of the voice.
I think he does most of the voice acting. Because
I think Trey Parker does some too. I don't know which ones, but
right.
He yeah, whichever one of the blonde is, like, he does a lot of the voices. Like,
yeah,
I know I did this with basketball. I don't know why I can't remember these two guys. Which ones are which?
Trey Parker is the quote unquote blonde.
All right.
Matt Stone is the curly hair.
Trey
guy.
Parker's the motherfucker, dude.
Yeah,
like he's the one that's the great one. Like in my eyes, like he has the best.
Yeah,
jokes.
but I feel like he can't do what he does without Matt Stone. Like, I'm sure he would be fine.
That's what I'm saying. I think if I knew, like, if his voice was like the one that stuck out to me, because I feel like Matt Stone's voice, Trey Parker's voice sticks out more to me.
Yeah.
Like, because he does that, like, that northern Midwestern, like, dialect. And it's like, when certain things he would say, it would just fucking crack me up. When he would sing and shit.
Yeah.
Like, even when he was doing, like, the country songs and shit, it had me dying laughing because he was just like, I don't know, he would put, like, a twang on it at the weirdest parts of words.
So why didn't you care for this that much? Like, what was it about it that you didn't like?
I don't know, man. Like, the movie didn't flow well for me. For one, like, this movie's not even long, and it felt 2 hours. Like,
yeah, it did feel a little long. Somebody said that they could have literally made this into a South Park episode, and it would have been just fine, and it would have flowed a lot better.
Well, like I said, I mean, it's cool that they went for it and they did something different. Like, I can respect that, and I like more of their shit than I dislike. So, I mean, I'm not like overly, like, I'm not gonna stop like watching South Park or stop watching basketball or whatever because I love basketball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like that. I hated it like that. I don't know. Like, some of the jokes kind of ran old, and like I said, it felt like a lot longer movie than it was. Like.
Yeah, I think there is a certain point in the movie where you're just like, all right, let's go ahead and end this. Like, let's get this show on the road kind of thing.
The clairvoyant,
I did feel that.
The clairvoyant chick cracked me up. She'd be like, I'm sensing I'm going to hit the water. They're fucking playing cracks. And I love how they were making fun of Joe Montana, but not like, because like he's a fucking quarterback from Nebraska. Like, everybody knows he played for Notre Dame. But like, he's got the red jersey on and shit. But like, obviously, but that was funny. And dude, the fucking what was it, Thornsbird, or the dude running the whole thing, like the Professor X of the group.
Yeah.
Suck my dick. What? It comes down to that first night about trust. Now hurry up. Well, I guess you don't want to save the team. I guess you don't care about giving you everything to save the team. He's like, what is this? He's like, you're not serious.
That's a little dark because I feel like that's how it was back in the day.
What? You had to suck somebody's dick for them to trust you?
Yeah, not trust you, but like if you wanted to roll, there's some things you had to do.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I'd rather take a bullet than suck a dick, man.
This is true.
Just me personally, but but yeah, what was it? When they turned him into it, like it was like they just took ball hair and stuck it on this.
Right, and they colored his skin just a little bit, like painted a little bit.
They left completely the white rings.
Dude, his fucking safety whatever. Like, I died laughing at that shit.
All right, perfect. You know it. You know the signal. And then they completely ignore the fucking signal.
Yes. Well, they didn't recognize because the makeup was so good. I love the puppeteers were so good at their job that they had to tell them to stop being so good. They were like, you need to rein it in a little bit because you're being too good at the puppeteering. That's why it kind of looks like janky. Like whenever they did the fight scene at the beginning and they were just kind of slapping them into each other.
Yeah. That's why I was like,
fucking dying.
Let's dance, asshole. Yeah, they're. I thought that, and I got that. Like that was part of the humor. Just watching these people.
Yeah, they were saying that they actually wrote jokes for the puppets, but they said it's not funny seeing a puppet tell a joke. They said it's more funny if you see a puppet playing it serious.
Yeah,
which I completely agree with.
They come up with a lot of different ways to call somebody gay in this movie. Cock fag. Fat cock, shit like that. Like that was funny. The Film Actors Guild.
Yes.
Everybody's gonna be a fag. It's very their humor is very juvenile. Like
it is juvenile, but the thing is it's like a shotgun. Everyone's gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Like nobody is safe in their eyes, and I appreciate that. Like if you're gonna make fun of somebody, make fun of everybody.
I couldn't believe this movie came out in 2004. Like some of the celebrities they picked, I was like, were these people even fucking famous then? Like Jareen Garofalo?
Well, the thing is because she was on the news a lot because of the 9/11 attacks, and she was speaking her fucking opinion on the whole thing, and it's like you're an actor,
right.
You're not a journalist. Right. Why are you talking about this?
Like the Sean Penn made sense because
Sean Penn, that's the one that hated it. He wrote them a hate letter.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
I couldn't remember his name.
He looks like that guy.
Yeah, he was the one that didn't like this movie, but he was like the only one. Everyone else was like, yeah, it's pretty funny. Even George Clooney was like, it's fucking funny.
Well, he didn't really get it a lot. They just kind of,
Yeah, but George Clooney always has a sense of humor.
There was certain, like I said, there were certain ones that I felt like they went harder on than others. Like Tim Robbins, they shit on Tim Robbins hard in this movie, and I like Tim Robbins. I think he's a good actor.
And the I can't remember his name. The documentary guy. The big fat guy with 2 hot dogs.
Oh, Michael Moore. Yeah,
Moore.
They fucking hate Michael Moore.
Yeah,
dude.
apparently there's beef, and I did not know about that.
Yeah, I remember kind of little bit remember it, like because they would dog each other's fucking shit when it would come out.
Yeah,
because he had Fahrenheit 9/11 and everything, and Michael Moore makes all these Bowling for Columbine, all that shit. And he was like, these guys are not talented. Like they just make stupid fucking jokes, and he was like, and then when the Puppet movie came out, he's like, you see what I'm saying? He's like, I'm making serious fucking shit here, and like these fucking assholes.
Yeah. I love it. He's like, I hope there's a train that comes by that I can hop on. I was like, God damn, it's so true.
But yeah, the Ben Affleck dude, Trey Parker killed this shit. Like, I almost want the soundtrack for this fucking movie,
right,
dude? That fucking Team America. I was around my house all day. America, fuck yeah!
Before I even knew what that was, like it was an internet sensation. Like it was everywhere. Right. America, fuck yeah! Well, I'd play video games and people would be yelling it on the mic.
Right.
I couldn't get away from it.
It's one of those. He got gold and he didn't even think about it.
Right.
And it's like you feel like that should be like the theme song to like G.I. Joe or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like it should just be like the most American Gladiators. America, fuck yeah. And the lyrics to all that shit were gold. And like I said, I don't personally watch subtitles, but I share HBO Max with my sister.
You know, you can like go in there and turn them off.
Yeah, I know, but I'm lazy. And
I see.
And plus, like, I don't like turn it off because she uses it and she likes the subtitles.
Well, she can have her lazy thumb turn it back on.
Well, whenever I watch something on HBO, I just let it go.
I'm just kidding. I adore your sister.
But then,
Yeah. I get it. They're already there. You're like, I'm not going to waste energy turning them off.
Exactly. It doesn't bother me that much anymore because I've watched so many series that are in other languages now.
Mm-hmm.
Like City of God. I love that movie, and I have to read the whole fucking time.
I don't know if I can watch that one again, but I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
Like I said, that thing is like a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. And fucking Narcos. I love Narcos. I got to read subtitles to that whole fucking thing too.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Korean films lately, and I have to do the subtitles. So,
yeah, Parasite is a great fucking movie, but if you're not willing to read, you're not gonna enjoy it.
There's a lot of movies I want to give you from Korea because their Renaissance is so fucking fantastic. Like I Saw the Devil is so good, but it's like
I keep hearing about that Train to Busan.
It's so good.
That's what everybody says.
The fact that movie
top tier fucking zombie movie is what everybody.
The fact that it could bring me to tears. with their characters was amazing, and it's a zombie movie.
Right.
It's a great movie, like hands down, great movie.
The other one about the train we watched, that was a fucked up movie.
Yeah, Snowpiercer.
Mm-hmm.
But he did that one in English, so thank you.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But yeah, South Korea be putting out some good movies.
Yeah, because what happened is there was some kind of like ban on creativity, and the ban got lifted, and they had all this like pent up creativity that they just needed to let out, and everyone let out at once and just started making these great movies. That's the story I heard anyway.
They're killing it.
Yes, 100%.
But yeah, like I said, I feel bad. I didn't really have a lot to say other than just like the jokes got old and it just felt a lot longer. Like I said, there was shit I laughed at, like everything they did with Kim Jong-il. That shit had me rolling. Like the way he talked, like when they sent the guy from the UN, and he's like, "Come on, I'm not doing nothing wrong." Like he's like, "We're looking for." Oh, and they use those kittens, those cats for Panthers.
My God, I forgot about that.
It's the most adorable thing ever. Like,
right.
I don't know how they got them to tear those fucking puppets apart.
I think they put like cat nibble.
Something like food, like it was wet food with red dye or something, but like watching them tear those fucking dolls apart was hilarious.
It was so fucking funny. The sex scene. We can't gloss over the sex scene.
Sorry, I can't do that. That was the best puppeteering of the entire movie. Like a lot of that sex positions were accurate as fuck.
You know the like story behind that, right?
No, what?
That was actually like a 5 to 10 minute sex scene of those dolls, but there was a lot more gratuitous stuff,
right.
And it caused it to have an NC-17. So they had to reel it back in to get the R just because of the fucking sex scene of them like pissing and shitting on each other.
Oh, I didn't know it went that far.
Yeah, it went unnecessarily hard. Apparently, I've heard. I haven't seen.
It sounds like them though.
Yeah,
I guarantee there's a version of that you can buy.
I mean, we can look it up on YouTube. We can watch it real quick.
I feel like
you want to watch a puppet sex scene
for 10 minutes?
Yeah,
I don't know about 10 minutes. The two that it is funny as shit.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
She's like, "If you could tell me you'll never die, I'd fuck you right now." And he's like, "I promise I'll never die." Tearing that ass up.
I know the wife was sitting with me and she's like, "God, guys, the things guys will say for some pussy." The statue in Kim Jong-il's palace is actually a human in heavy makeup.
In what?
In heavy makeup.
Really?
Yeah, in the first scene in which it appears, you can see his eyes blinking.
Oh,
I didn't catch that one, but I want to go back and watch it. Yeah, the background foliage in the Panama sequence is cannabis plants. They put a lot of detail in there.
Little details. That's what I said. The little worlds they created with them were cool as shit.
Yeah.
Like, they should make a little museum of it or something, like that would have been cool.
Yeah, that would. I'm sure they have some of the puppets like.
Oh, I'm sure they got them in the house or whatever.
Yeah, right.
The owners, creators of it.
Mm-hmm. The whole reason they came up with the idea was The Day After Tomorrow. When that movie came out, they read the script and they thought it was the most ridiculous thing ever. So they were going to make this movie and have it come out a day after or a day before that one came out. It'd be like the day before the day after tomorrow. Or something silly like that.
Only like those two guys would think of that joke.
Right.
But yeah. They I don't know, man. Like I said, this had to be like a super passion project for these guys. Like,
well, the thing is it's like once they got the ball rolling, they couldn't stop.
Yeah.
But what I do appreciate is even
the checks.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I do appreciate about them is even though they hated it, they
did the best job they could.
Right. They still kept it going. They still made it funny. They still put their all into it. Like, I know you guys hated it, but you still did such a good job with this movie. I adore this movie. Like,
that's what like they probably said to each other, like, look, our people, our diehards, they're going to love this shit.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it, not going to fucking like it.
Yeah.
At all. That's why he surprised me. Like, when I said 50 billion, I was like, it's only because people are loyal as fuck to South Park. Like, only way this movie made 50 billion.
Yeah,
Basketball to me is 3 times better than this fucking movie, and it probably didn't make shit.
See, that's the difference between our humor. Like, you would rather watch basketball, and I would rather just watch this.
Dude, like, but it's the same guys. Like, it's the same brand of humor. It's just portrayed in a different way.
I know. It is interesting.
But like I said, the basketball for me is part nostalgia is what makes it funny, too, because I've been laughing at that shit forever.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'd have seen this movie, like I said, when I was in high school when it came out, then I probably would laughed. I would have liked it a little bit more. But I watched it at 34. So, I don't know. And like I said, I didn't hate it. There was enough shit in it that I would laugh. Like, I would buy this movie.
Yeah. I figured you might have had it because it's on every shelf.
I may have it somewhere, but...
At the... Like, when I go
right.
flea marketing with you, it's on, like, everybody's table.
So
like, I've seen Team America, like, so much.
That's the thing, man. I be having, what is it? The damn... Whatchamit effect? Mandela effect?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I swear I'll have owned a movie for years, and then I'll go to look for it, and it's just not there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn. But
and then you start talking to yourself, like, you're like, who the fuck stole my movie?
And then
I knew I had this.
And then
shit.
I think back, and I'll be like, it's because I look at so many fucking movies all the time.
That's true. Yeah.
And I don't remember what I'm like, oh, I already got that, or I've seen it, so I must own it. You know, like, I don't know. It's like my mind tricks itself.
Yeah. There is actually an app that can keep track of your movies. It's only like $1.50 a month.
I've started cataloging my comics, and I'm about to do that with my movies.
Yeah.
When I get done with my comics.
It's called CLZ Movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started putting all mine on there because I need to just see without going in there. So
yeah,
it makes it easier on me.
I probably have easily over 1,000.
You're going to be there for a hot minute scanning.
That's what I'm saying. But I need to do it just so I can get rid of the shit that I've upgraded. Like, I got a lot of movies that I got on Blu-ray now that I didn't. So I can get rid of the regular copies. And it's pissing me off because I have both. I have two of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans. I have Homecoming and Far From Home on Blu-ray, but I don't have No Way From Home on Blu-ray. I only have it on regular. I got it at a yard sale.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just happy to have the movie, but one day I'll upgrade it. I'm a completionist now. If I have something like all on Blu-ray, I have to have them all on Blu-ray. Or if I have it all on regular, I have to keep having it all on regular.
Yeah, I'm getting that point too. Like, the wife wanted to buy me the first 3 John Wicks in this like steel book like case. It holds all 3 of them. I was like, but the 4th one's coming out. Like, this thing is going to be obsolete, and I'm going to be mad that the 4th one's not in it. So I'm just going to wait.
Right. I have the first 2 John Wicks, just regular Blu-rays.
Yeah.
But I still haven't seen the 3rd one or the 4th one. Because I feel like I've already seen them.
Yeah, but I told you there's that character in the 4th one that I need you to see. Like, I want to write a whole movie around that guy.
Yeah.
I need a prequel to his character.
Okay.
I just love the way he looks.
Yeah.
I'm going to look him up real quick. I've been drinking, and this is my podcast, or our podcast, and I can do what I want.
Right.
Yeah, it's like this actual martial artist in this like fat suit. And he's at like a poker table, like doing this banter. And oh my God, I love him so much.
Is he like British or something?
I think so. He's an actual fighter, like a real fighter.
Right.
Oh no, those are my pens.
Why'd they put him in a fat suit?
Just for the character. But it plays so well.
I know you probably don't give a shit, but like, do you want to see that Penguin show that they're going to have on HBO?
Because I love Colin Farrell so much.
Dude,
I
think he's gonna fucking kill it, dude.
If it wasn't for Colin Farrell, I probably wouldn't care. But I love him.
You know what I think it's gonna be, bro? The Sopranos and the fucking Batman universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's gonna be badass. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. You tell me if it's good. You said it's gonna be on HBO?
Yeah,
I'll probably watch it.
Well, it's gonna be on Max because it's not HBO anymore. It's just Max.
It's HBO. It's gonna be HBO forever. I don't care. But we canceled Netflix, so I only have HBO, Hulu.
Oh, you canceled Netflix?
There's nothing there.
What?
Yeah.
So many things on Netflix. Dude, you gotta watch that Murder Mystery and Murder Mystery 2. The ones with Sandler and Aniston.
I might have to do it without the wife.
They're so fucking funny, dude.
Are they?
Yeah. The second one, I didn't think it was gonna be as good, but I think I like it more than the first one.
Really?
Both crack me up though.
I'll have to check it out because I was watching it with the wife and she's like, I don't want to watch this, turn it off. And I was like, but I was kind of into it. I don't know.
Does she not like Adam Sandler?
She just didn't think it was funny. She likes old Adam Sandler. Like there is a point where she like won't watch his new stuff.
There's some of his movies I get, but like I feel like that's like the good Sandler in those.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a couple of them that I watch. I'm just like, all right, whatever. But like the basketball movie he was in recently, it was okay.
You were telling me about that. Yeah, I don't care.
It got a good heart, but it's just like take it or leave it.
I probably won't watch any of them unless somebody's like, you got to watch them. Kind of like you are now. Like you should watch them. Then I'll probably check them out.
Or
otherwise,
or I just pick them.
What was wasn't he did like Ridiculous 6?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
that's
one of the worst westerns ever.
That's where I cut it off. I was like, nope, I'm done with Adam Sandler. So
there's just a couple choices he's made, like the Jack and Jill movie. Like that movie is fucking terrible, man.
So I've heard.
That's still my favorite. My favorite joke isn't even in the movie. It's Johnny Depp talking to Al Pacino about that movie.
Oh yeah,
or just talking to him while they're waiting, because like there's a scene in that movie where they're at a basketball game, like a Knicks game, and she's like, "That looks just like Johnny Depp," and Al Pacino's like, "That is Johnny Depp," and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, "I'm Johnny," type of shit. And he said that they were just talking in between takes, and he was like, "Al, no offense or anything, but getting to know you over the years," he's like, "You are legit fucking crazy," and he said that Al Pacino didn't even like fucking get like freaked out or nothing. He was just like, "Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Ah. Oh yeah." And he's like, "I'm fucking nuts."
I believe it.
But and then he says, "But hey, not for nothing. You're pretty fucking weird yourself." Talking to Johnny Depp. And Johnny Depp tells that story sometimes. Like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Because Johnny Depp, I heard that joke from, but it was pretty good.
I believe it. That's a funny interaction.
Because Johnny Depp just seems like one of those dudes that like
he's eccentric as fuck, and he knows it.
Right, but like
how many
like
bracelets?
If you got, like him 1-on-1, like he would just be like a normal dude to a certain extent. Like,
yeah,
I don't think he would be like, "I'm up here and you're down here" type of shit.
Oh no, he would. I 100% feel he would be like, I like level with you.
Like, even though I am
human
ridiculously fucking rich and my
Yeah.
life is awesome and I get to do all kinds of cool shit that you don't never get to do, I'm still gonna act like I grew up with you for this next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he just seems like even with the trial, like,
Those people fucking loved him.
Yeah.
Like, how many people went out to support that man?
right.
I was happy for him.
I was too. And it was funny is like she just came out looking worse.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, see, she drove me crazy. Like,
She's like,
everyone's like, I'd probably do the same thing.
Well, I mean, I always, I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Like, I believed him, because like he might be a lot of things, but I just don't see him being a woman beater. He's got a daughter. You know what I mean? Like, he's always been a good dad. Like, all the women that have been with him say he was the greatest dude.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are like, I fucking regret leaving that guy.
Yeah.
Like, and now all of a sudden he's just like this fucking man, woman beater and shit. I just didn't see it. But Disney fucking cut ties like a motherfucker, dude.
But it's all fucking Hollywood politics.
Shit, they're about to do that to old boy that was in Rocky 3, Jonathan Majors.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he just got arrested for domestic violence.
Oh, really?
And now they're talking about kicking him out of the MCU, not letting him play Kang anymore.
I mean, don't hit women.
Yeah, but I mean, did he hit her? Or was it like,
That's true. I always think about that. Like,
that's the shitty part about it, that there are women out. Dude, I heard some even think, like, I was so sure the other day. I know you don't care about sports, but I had to bring this up because dude was talking about it on a podcast, and I was like, that makes way too much fucking sense. Deshaun Watson, right? Quarterback for the Houston Texans. He got suspended for 2 years because supposedly he would go to these massage parlors and like pay women to like touch his dick and do all kinds of sexy, nasty shit or whatever, and like this was the thing. It was just like all these women came forward, so like 30-something women. They're like, how could this be a lie if 30-something women came up for it and did it, And it was supposedly like he initiated all of it. Well, at the end, You know, it turned out that most of the women like were pushing to try to be involved with him. Like, we're calling him and like offering to come to his house and give him massages, and they were like just literally trying to rob him. Like, you know, all like, hey, we all get together, we all say he fucking was inappropriate, and then, you know, because this guy has been like fucking black label. He signed a $230 million contract with the Browns when he was able to play football again. He got arrested, all that shit. The FBI did a full investigation. NFL did a full investigation. Not a single one of them found any evidence that he actually did anything inappropriate. It's all what these women say.
Yep.
And now it's like, did he fucking do it? Did he not do it? You know? And like, when it comes to like you said, sexual assault and rape and shit like that, like, that's fucking horrible. People that do that should be fucking killed.
100%.
But what do you do to a person that fucking lies about that?
Yes.
And that's where that's what all that boiled down to, is what I was saying. Is like, women that would fucking lie about that shit to ruin somebody's life, they're fucking scum.
They're just as bad as the guys that would actually
They're
rape.
just as bad as the rapists at that point.
Yes, 100%.
In my mind. Right?
Yeah.
And that's the shitty part. Like, because you are famous, like, I get it. We all think like, oh, there's no way this fucking guy would do that.
Mm-hmm.
But behind closed doors, we don't know anybody really.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it is one of those things that sucks. Like,
the one I always think about is Aziz.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Whenever the Me Too movement was kind of like at its hype, some girl came out and said he was being super aggressive, and they asked her to like go into detail, and she started explaining. They're like, yeah, he would like make a move and I'd be like, no, thank you. And he'd back off. And then we'd be talking, hanging out. He'd make another move and I'd be like, no, thank you. Everyone's like, it sounds like a regular date.
Right.
Like,
right.
So you just feel bad because he got like drugged through the mud until people realized like it was just a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple of them like that. Like, they tried to get Jeremy Piven like that, and they tried to get, well, you know, obviously Johnny Depp, but Morgan Freeman, even poor fucking Morgan Freeman, dude. Like, he lost a lot of fucking movies over that shit. And then when it comes out that they didn't do anything wrong, then it's like, well, now,
yeah, what do? You
do we
can't
get
get that credibility.
Apology? You gonna fucking drag my name back out the mud? No,
yeah, exactly.
It's already been done. My damage is already done. And that's the thing. Like, Johnny Depp, they're like, oh, all these people are saying we're gonna do a movie with Johnny Depp. We're gonna do this. Where's that shit at? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then that's even if he wants to. I mean, he probably is like, fuck all y'all. Y'all thought that I would do this shit.
He's like, I got enough money. The royalties from Pirates.
That's what he's saying. Like, I mean, they may not have me around there no more, but I'm still getting checks.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. I felt like this episode completely fell off the tracks, but I'm sorry. But
it's okay. It seemed like you had to get some shit off your chest, and I'm letting you do that.
No, I just like, it wasn't. I don't know, man. I didn't take a lot in on this movie. Like, I watched it and I was just like, all right, that was it.
I was giggling a lot. I thought it was super funny. Shout out to the makeup designers, because apparently they made the dolls look too real, so they had to like draw it back a little bit so they look a little more dollish.
I thought the showing the strings and shit was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
you know, shit like
and
that.
The way they had to shoot the movie, like they couldn't shoot it too high or you'd see the puppeteers, and you couldn't shoot it too low or you would see whatever was going down on this. So they had to shoot it in a particular way.
Yeah.
I love that they use like Hollywood lighting, like cinematic lighting on the puppets, like the dark shadows and the whatever. I was like, it's fucking hilarious.
Right. And
there's
like,
so much.
There was certain, like I said, it looked good for what it was.
Yeah.
You know, I give all the credit to the people that went and did the hard work on that movie.
And the throwing up for like 5 minutes, like I shouldn't have laughed at that, but I did. Like a puppet throwing up.
I laughed at first, but then it kind of was like, all right.
It went on too long.
Yeah, that's enough. And then they even panned out and showed the puddle that it was laying in. I was just like, all right, cool. Y'all beat that joke to death.
Yeah.
But yeah. I give it a 6.5, man. Like, it's not the greatest, but I give it that.
You know what's funny is I want to give it like, it's a highly recommended. Check it out if you have not seen it. The thing about this movie is it's a one of a kind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no other one like this.
You're not going to see a movie like this because they realized how much money and time and effort it costs to do this. Like, you're better off just using CGI. But if I'm being completely honest, I don't know if I'd pop this in again.
Really?
You know, I'm not like, what's the word I'm looking for? looking forward to watching it again.
Yeah.
Eager. I'm not eager to
Eager,
watch it again. But I do think back on it. I was like, God, it was such a funny movie, but I don't want to like watch it again. I mean, I probably will. Give me like a year or two.
That's what I was saying. Like, this would be like one of those things that if it was like on, you know, and I didn't have anything else to watch, like I would finish it, you know, type of deal. But
yeah,
I remember when I was a kid and it came out. Wasn't that young? I might have been
because
working.
I was thinking it was 2004. I
was
was 18. I was like, what the fuck?
I was working at Mugs.
Yeah.
So I remember this movie came to Mugs, and I think I walked in like to get some air or whatever, just sit down for a minute.
And you're like, no, I'm not doing this.
And I was like, this is fucking terrible. And I probably wouldn't watch like fucking Transformers for the 12th time.
I do remember I watched the opening scene of them in Paris, like fighting them, and I was like, nah, I can't do this. Like, this is not for me.
Right.
So I would cut it off after that.
So I said very rarely did fucking 16-year-old me have better decision making skills on the movies they watch. But.
No, I'm happy I finally watched it all the way. I think it's a funny, brilliant movie.
It's one of those movies that's like you see the memes and you see that shit and you're just like, all right, now I get it.
Right.
Like now I get the joke. You know, but it wasn't one of those ones that it was just like driving me up a wall that I hadn't seen.
It just like I was scrolling through the whatevers and I saw Cocaine Bear and it just made me think of that. Like this movie, like the jokes don't stop. Like it's funny after funny after funny, and like that's what I wanted Cocaine Bear to be, like just nonstop hilarity,
just continuous,
making me laugh.
Cocaine puns.
Yeah, so I don't know.
They like Real Deal tried to turn this into a horror movie.
Yeah,
I think that's where they fucking went wrong. They should have went more into the
comedy.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. Have the comedy with the gore.
Right.
Don't try to make it scary. Just make it like, oh, that's gross, but shit, that's cool.
Like there was a couple parts that like we want to watch it. You didn't jump, but like I kind of like, oh shit, like because like why is it doing this? It's not supposed to be doing this.
Right. I'm sad. Like I want to do Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, but I just don't think we're gonna have a lot to say on it. But I do love that movie.
I do remember watching that one.
I watched it a lot.
I remember the Saddam and
Satan.
Yeah, I remember that.
Come on, God.
Come on, baby. Don't be mad at me.
So
Kenny.
you already told me what you're picking for next week.
Yeah.
What is that?
Pick a Tombstone.
God damn it. You're picking like top shelf, top tier.
Yeah, I had to, bro, to get the taste of this bullshit out of my mouth. All right.
It's like you're gonna go for the creme de la creme, the best Western, arguably.
This movie, when I was about halfway through it, I said to myself, like, this should have been, if we still did Death Box, this should have been in it. Like, because it just, like I said, it just felt so much more longer than it was. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to pick a good fucking movie. I'm going to pick a movie that he feels like shit that he picked this movie because my movie's so fucking good.
Yeah,
So,
what am I gonna say bad about Tombstone? Like,
exactly. You can't. Because it's a fucking masterpiece.
it is.
Mwah.
It is.
But I just could not remember. And I feel like the universe is telling me to watch Tombstone, bro. Like everywhere.
I get
TikTok,
those moods too. Yeah.
Everywhere on TikTok, bro, I'll see a scene and I'm just like, damn, I want to watch that movie. Like, and it's one of those movies. Like, it is a longer movie, so like when you do sit down to watch it, it's like a whole thing.
It's an event. Yeah. You got to get a pizza. You got to have like drinks ready.
I'm putting a fucking cowboy hat on. Like, we're gonna do this shit. Like,
That's a good. It's a good and bad thing. It's good because it's a movie I like, and I don't know what to pick
off of it.
But it's a good thing because there's a couple of movies that I've been wanting to talk about, so it gives me a chance to kind of pull from my stack.
So I said we got to break the cycle at some point.
Yeah,
you know, because like where the fuck was I gonna go from this? Comically, you know. And then there was a couple comedies I thought about picking, but I was just like, nah. I really want to talk about a good movie.
No, I still have a few comedies that I want to pick. So I'm probably like a part of me feels like I need to go Buster Scruggs, but I won't go there.
If you do, I got one to go off of that real well. So if you want to go Buster Scruggs after this, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Nah, I probably won't because there's another.
Because my pick's not another Western. It's kind of like I don't know. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's another Coen Brothers movie that I want to do instead of, so I'm just going to go with it. It's The Burn After Reading.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know 100% if I'm going to pick that.
Because my other movie was a Coen Brothers movie.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And you haven't seen it.
Oh, you're talking about the Prohibition one?
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, right. I have not seen that.
No, Miller's Crossing's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
I want to watch that. I want to own that movie.
I just bought it recently.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't popped it on to watch it yet, but I will.
It's got one of the baddest fucking Tommy gun scenes ever.
Then we can go Lawless. Fucking love Lawless.
Dude. I keep seeing scenes for that too.
Yeah.
But that's another one you got to lock in for. It's 3 hours.
Is it 3 hours?
3 hours?
I don't feel like it's that long.
It is. It is.
It feels like a 2-hour movie.
I feel like I witnessed their lives. That's how long that fucking movie is.
I love that fucking movie. Tom
is
Hardy
very good.
holding his neck shut so he doesn't die or bleed out. Like, fuck. That was a hard motherfucker.
You think you walked to that hospital? I didn't walk. His voice in that movie is crazy too. Cause it's like you could tell he's got a fucking big ass dip in and shit.
Yeah. We got to do the
Drain
drop
for
one
me,
day.
dude. Oh, I know, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. We've been on the comedy train lately, but like, there's still so much gangster out there to touch.
I figured you were just going to go gangster and I was going to go like, it's still the year of comedy and I like keep coming up with movies that I want to talk about. Party Monster.
Yeah.
I was thinking about yesterday. I was like, I fucking want to do Party Monster so bad.
Oh shit, what was I gonna say? I wanted to do like a Western trilogy for a second. Like I was thinking about that because when I picked Tombstone.
Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
See, I thought about that, but like that, if we're talking about my 3 favorite Western movies ever, it goes Tombstone, The Quick and the Dead, and fucking Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me personally.
Tombstone, 310 to Yuma.
Oh, sorry, and Outlaw Josie Wales. I love that fucking movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's Clint Eastwood
Yeah.
at his best.
310 to Yuma and
That's a good one too.
True Grit.
I just bought 310 to Yuma on Blu-ray the other day.
It's so good.
I
I've been itching to watch that one too.
I like the True Grit remake. I don't really like the original.
Well, yeah, that's what
John
I'm talking
Wayne.
about is the remake.
Yeah, the one with Jeff Bridges goes
Mhm.
hard. Old Rooster Cogburn. But yeah, I just like, man, I fucking love Val Kilmer so much as Doc Hollywood in this movie.
It's one of the best performances ever. It's like up there with Heath Ledger's Joker.
You know, he didn't get fucking nominated for this movie.
That's a travesty.
It's a fucking crime, dude.
It is. We need to go back in time and fix that because
Yeah, dude. Like,
Someone
I don't even know
fucked
if
up.
I'd stop a war, but I'd probably go back and be like, you know, Val should win for this, right?
Right.
Like,
like you have to pick. Like you have to go back and stop World War II
especially when
or
you
have
hear,
Val Kilmer picked as a best supporting actor.
especially when you hear what won.
Mhm.
Fucking Tommy Lee Jones from The Fugitive. And they picked that over fucking Leonardo DiCaprio and What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
That's another
He played
travesty.
a retarded kid. How did he not win an Oscar? You know, he lived with people in a special needs home for like months to like learn and to be authentic
Yeah.
you know, with it.
Mhm.
Like,
He did such a good job.
he was
That's a
only
good
like
movie.
18 too. Like, bro, get this fucking kid a reward. Like,
That was like one of his first performances.
his first big time movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that, but he did Basketball Diaries. Like, all he did was fucking movies that were trauma filled.
Yeah.
Fucking About a Boy's Life with him and De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
De Niro's beating the shit out of his mom and him through that whole fucking movie. Like, I'm like, how does this kid not a serial killer? Like, now he's one of the biggest guys in Hollywood, so you know he's a goat. But like,
Yeah.
damn, man,
And he only keeps women around until they're 27, is it?
that's not even that high.
I was 24 maybe.
I think it's like something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
25, something like that.
Someone said that's a respectable age because you get to have fun with them, but it's not old enough to like ruin their life. Like, because
I'm sure he's done more good for these women than he's done bad.
right, you're setting them up. Like you gave them a good little life and now they can go on and have a baby with some random guy and they're not too old to do it.
They got to see the world, you know. They got
Exactly.
they got to
He's
taste
giving-
the good shit for a
He's
while.
giving them experiences that they couldn't have otherwise.
Because no dude is ever going to say, you banged Leonardo DiCaprio, get away from me.
Yeah,
You
right.
know what I mean? They're going to be like, damn,
Let me smell your pussy.
damn, your shit must be fire. Like,
He's telling everyone. He goes to his boy. She fucked DiCaprio. She fucked DiCaprio.
it's like if you found out, you know, what your old lady fucked Tom Hardy or something, like, you're not going to be mad at that. Like, you'd be like,
I would be so insecure.
Jealous.
I'd be so
what
insecure
the
every
fuck
time
do you
we
like
have-
about me? that
Right,
much?
100%.
Yeah.
I'd be like, God, how do I compare to Tom Hardy? Like, There's no way you're enjoying this. You're thinking about him while we're having sex. I know it.
No, probably not even there, because that's disrespectful to the memory of him fucking. Like, yeah,
actually, yeah, please think of him. I don't want you to ruin that. It's one of the best some of the best sex you've ever had in your life, and I want you to hold on to that.
Call me Bane. That's funny. But yeah, yeah. This is just a little weird shit, but like, he's been famous so long, bro. He's got so much money, like, might as well collect women like you collect bottle caps. You know what I mean? Like,
they're of age. Like, who gives a shit?
Logan Paul's into Pokemon cards. Leonardo DiCaprio collects models. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, right.
You know?
They're equatable.
Everybody has a hobby. His is crushing ass.
If I was that good looking, that talented, and that rich, I would be doing it too.
Bro, they said when he's single, it's even worse, dog. Like, I've heard that bitch will just sit in VIP in a club, and chicks will just ride him, and he'll just have his sunglasses on. And
you were telling this story.
Yes, dude.
Allegedly.
It's allegedly, obviously, but like, I swear to God, I've heard this shit. Like, he'll just be back there getting his dick rode. He's got headphones in and fucking sunglasses on. Like, he's just checked the fuck out. He doesn't even be bothered to listen to this chick's voice while she's blowing him or whatever. Like, that's funny to me.
Him and his stank ass hose. I mean, I'm jealous. No, what man wouldn't be?
Not jealous.
That's all we want.
I just feel like guys like that, you know, it comes with the territory, man.
Yeah, right.
You know? Like, that's not obtainable to the average bear. You know, I know that there's a difference.
He would be wasting so much potential if he didn't do that. I would hate him if he didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, if he had a wife and kids, like, what are you doing?
But so many of them do, though, bro.
Right.
Like, you don't hate on Ryan Gosling for having a family.
That's true.
And I mean, that guy's made to fuck women, dude.
Yeah, he has to carry around a beating stick to get the women off him. Yeah,
dude, because he's in the most chick flickest romantic shit ever, bro. Just, he'll get pussy from now to the end of time just for being in The Notebook, bro.
I actually watched a movie recently because it was recommended to me called Blue Valentine.
Really?
Dude, it's a good fucking movie.
He's in that?
Yes.
It's
like if you it's like if you take The Notebook and then flip it on its head.
Really?
Yeah. It's like if The Notebook is white, this is black. It's like the opposite.
So he's like a womanizing piece of shit, beating the fuck out of her the whole time. Okay, that might be watchable.
I mean, no, but yes.
Dude, he went to that old folks' home every day and told his wife their love story, so she would remember him for 2 minutes. That is romantic as fuck, bro. I don't know if I love my wife that much, and I love her to death.
Man, when that movie came out, if you didn't utilize that to get you some pussy,
pussy,
then you just wasted.
The best sex I had those years was when them 50 Shades of Grey movies came out. My wife came home and attacked my ass. Those were good times.
Chris Hemsworth was mine whenever he started getting really big and playing Thor.
Oh, my wife loves the Thor movies.
And just anytime Jason Momoa does anything, my wife has to go and see it. And, yeah. So because of those two men, I get
my
it.
wife doesn't go to many comic book movies, but for some reason she never misses an Avengers movie or a Thor movie or an Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
Like, she's going to go see those.
Mm-hmm. It's just to take some extra napkins to wipe the seat down when the movie's over.
Another cloth that absorbs.
That's why the movie theater smells like fish.
Smells like happiness. Where the fuck did this episode go?
It went off the rails.
So bad, bro. I apologize to our audience. If you really wanted to know about Team America, I'm sorry.
Well, we talked about it for the first 30 minutes and then we just gave up. We didn't give up. We just kind of went off the rails.
At this point, I'm almost about to go live on TikTok and take requests. What do you want us to talk about? It's like, I feel bad. Like, I'm not usually this unprofessional, but I just didn't give a shit about this movie.
I thought it was pretty funny. It was pretty great. I loved it. But I was struggling to have things done. Once I got all the fun facts out, I was like, oh shit, I don't have anything
that
left.
Was cool because there was, like I said, when I was watching it, I was just like, as crazy and stupid as this is, like, I know it took so much hard work to make this fucking happen, bro. Like, and you had to think they had to have like 4 or 5 copies of each fucking puppet because Like when they did the floods or the explosions or whatever.
I told the wife, I said the floods are the like rejected puppets that they didn't use. So they're like, I'll just throw them in the water.
Missing an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like.
Yeah, they only thought it was going to be like a couple of guys doing it. They had to hire 200 extra people to do all this.
I didn't even know there was that many puppeteers in the world.
Right.
Bro. How many people did they steal from Sesame Street for a couple months to make this, you know?
They just called Sesame Street. Like, can we use your crew?
We just need everybody.
We need everybody.
I need Jim Henson's number.
All hands on deck.
Yeah, I even need that creepy guy that's out there with the marionettes on the corner. You know, down there by the bar. I need that guy down here.
Mm-hmm.
He can play a terrorist something. But, 6.5, man.
6.5. It's highly recommended. It was fucking hilarious. And if you haven't watched it, check it out. But Tombstone next week.
Tombstone next week.
Fucking excited. Till then.
Hell yeah.